Good morning, my friends, and happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, so it is time to discuss my weekly weigh-in and the meeting topic for this week. Let's get right in to that weigh-in. So, to recap, 2 weeks ago, I had an awesome 3.2 loss. Last week, I had a 0.2 gain or 0.4 gain. Now I forget. I have to go back and look. This week, I stuck to the program as always, just kept doing what I was doing, and I am down 1.8. So that makes me really happy, and I am closing in on my personal goal. Luckily, I've still been under my WW goal, but not my personal goal. So I am closing in on that. So I am excited about that. I didn't do anything different this week. I just kept doing what I'm doing. You know, I paid a little more attention to those bite licks and tastes. I tried to get my water in. Guys, I know I preach to you about it, but I just stink at it. In the winter, I just stink at it. I'm really working on it. I know you're tired of hearing me say that. I know that. But it just proves that we're all human. It doesn't matter if you're lifetime at goal. It doesn't matter if you're 100, 200, or 5 pounds from goal. We all have our struggles, and that's mine. But I'm gonna keep working on it, and you guys always encourage me, and that's what's important. So I am very happy about my weigh-in this week. I'm a little surprised. I didn't think it would be that good of a loss because I kind of thought maybe, I told you before that I've been in that perimenopause cycle since August. I thought something was happening this week because I've been having all the signs and symptoms, so I don't know what's going on. But it doesn't matter. I lost 1.8 and that's what matters. And I'm happy about it. So there's my weigh-in. Let's talk about the weekly topic. And this kind of hit home a little bit this week. Not for the example they give, but for other examples. And I'm still getting used to doing it on the iPad, guys, because it's just a little different. So this week is how to make your life easier by making things harder. And if you watch my channel on the regular, you know that that's kind of what I've been doing these last couple of weeks. I'm trying to make life easier and better by making it a little harder. I'll explain that after I talk about what they talk about for the technique. So they say, research shows as humans, we have a tendency to take the path of least resistance. Of course, we all want it easier. I have a shadow. It looks like I have a big black dot on my nose, but it's a shadow. I know the lighting's not great. It's really dingy here today, really dark, and we're gonna have quite the weather week apparently. Anyway, off topic. The easier the choice, the more likely we are to do it. Well, duh. But what if the easier choice isn't the best choice? Usually it's not. It's time to add some friction to your life. Let's break it down. They break it down into unwanted behavior and wanted behavior. The unwanted behavior, sitting in your comfy desk chair all week. The wanted behavior, stand while working by stacking your laptop on books and moving your desk chair into your bedroom. That is, well, the unwanted behavior is sitting in the chair all week. The wanted behavior is to stand while you are working. The added friction is moving your desk chair into the bedroom. So you've got 3 components there: the unwanted, the wanted, and what you need to do to achieve that. Now it says, we're talking about sitting here, but this technique can apply to any behavior. So, applying it to any behavior. I'll use some personal examples from my life. You know, I'm a runner. Running pretty much comes easy to me. Well, I knew that I just couldn't keep running and running and running. I needed to switch up my exercise. So about a year and a half ago maybe, because Doug was doing all the HIIT workouts, I decided to give that a try. It was my unwanted behavior was running every single day. My wanted behavior was to add variety to my workouts. So my added friction was to cut down the running and add in the HIIT. Was it easy? Nope. Kicked my butt and still kicks my butt. It's a lot harder for me than running because I'm just naturally a runner. So now I'm not talking marathons. I have no desire to do any of that, but I can pretty much run 3 to 5 miles without even thinking about it. But I gotta psych myself up for the HIIT workouts. That's the added friction. And I am so happy that I chose to do that because it has become more routine and it is a better behavior for me and for my 52-year-old body. Another thing that is very recent with us, our unwanted behavior was not eating as healthy as we could be eating. And this is a very, very personal decision. Everyone needs to make the decision for themselves, what they feel they need to eat, what they need to consume, and what they feel is right and healthy for their bodies. I just want to put that out there. Just because I'm doing it doesn't make it 100% right and doesn't mean everybody else needs to do it. So with that said, our unwanted behavior was eating too many processed foods, unnatural foods, things like that. So our wanted behavior was to go to a more whole foods diet. Not perfect. I am never going to be perfect because there are things I am never giving up. I am never giving up my queso cheese. Like I have that about once a week probably for a snack. I am not giving up my Near East rice pilaf as of this point. Certain things I am not giving up. So I will never be 100% perfect, but I'm working towards being better. So my unwanted behavior was the unhealthy and processed foods. My wanted behavior was to cook more from scratch, to make things myself, and to cut out a lot of chemicals and things like that from our diet. My added friction is doing a whole lot more cooking from scratch. Yeah, it's friction. It's hard, but actually I'm enjoying it. I'm also enjoying our food better, and I feel so much more satisfied and satiated. This week we added in making our own homemade bread to the mix. I was eating the Schmitz Baking Company 647 bread for years and thoroughly enjoyed it. But I decided, you know what, let's just try this. Where before I would eat like a sandwich with 2 pieces of bread or whatever, was fine. I can actually do a half a sandwich with a piece of my homemade bread. Now granted, it's an extra point, but it's just so much more filling and satisfying that after a half a sandwich, I'm fulfilled, I'm full, I'm satisfied, I'm satiated. So for right now, it is working for us. Is this a behavior I am going to be able to continue for the long run? I sure hope so, but I may have to do it with adjustments. So there are 2 things that for my health and for my weight loss that I have adjusted. I have, what do they call it? Making life easier by making it harder. So that is what has worked for me so far. Is it for everyone? Absolutely not. And I get that. So it's just what we have to do for ourselves. You know, another part of our lives that we were trying to change up a little bit was our use of consumables and commercial cleaners and stuff like that. Is it making life easier? It is, by making our budget easier, because we're not buying a lot of cleaners, we're not buying a lot of paper towel, we're not buying paper towels, things like that. Is it making it a little harder? In the beginning, because I had to learn a few things, and you know, I sewed up a whole bunch of unpaper towels and things like that. But in the long run, for us, it's making it easier because I don't have to worry about Adam and his reactive airway disease with using chemicals in my home. And I don't have to worry about running out of paper towels or running out of this or running out of that. So in the long run, it has made it easier. Is it for everyone? Nope, absolutely not. And we all have to do our journeys, no matter what they are, different ways. But think about it. Think about what things you are phoning in and what things you can do in your life that may be a little bit harder, but they're going to make your life better and easier in the long run. You know, if we go a little bit harder with exercise or whatever, it's going to be easier in the long run because we're going to have that stamina, we're going to have that health. So you have to look at it like that. It may be a little bit harder in the beginning, but the long-term results are going to pay off. So that is the weekly topic. And they said that, you know, if you're ready to try, stop and think and plan. Choose a behavior you want to stop. Pinpoint how your environment is making that unwanted behavior easier to do. And then brainstorm and choose a way to make that unwanted behavior require more energy. Trust me, you'll thank yourself for it. Start small and work from there. And not only will you feel better, maybe physically or emotionally, but you're also going to feel better because it's a sense of accomplishment. You can do this. I am here to help you. Any questions on any exercise plans, not that I'm an expert, I'm not, exercise plans or whatever, just feel free to ask in the comments below or shoot me an email. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that you spent a little bit of time of your day with me, and have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I will see you very soon. Oh, and don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and if you know someone that could use this video, please feel free to share it with them. Have a great one.